Hello, so for today's video we're going to be doing this nice sort of smoky eye flawless base. So this is going to be perfect for date night. Yeah, I'm just super excited to do this look because I haven't done a halo eye in a hot minute. So yeah, let's jump into the video. So first of all, it is like super hot in here. So we're going to start off with brows first. So I've already took the Benefit Browvo conditioning primer and I just let that dry. So now we're going to move on to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So I'm going to take that through the brows. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of the Anastasia Dipbrow. You can obviously skip this step. These steps are like just the little things that I do extra just to make sure that my eyebrows are really locked in place and looking good. So I'm just going to take that on an Anastasia number 12 brush. And then what I like to do is I like to typically brush the brow and then I'll just draw like little flicks through it. So say like there's any hair missing when I brush it up, then I know to go ahead and just put that through. Then to just finish off the front of the brows, I like to take a bit of the Benefit Gimme Brow. So this is in the shade 1. And I'll literally just take that through the front of the brows just because I don't like a lot of definition there. Like I just sort of want it to look very natural, like, oh, her brows have, you know, a light feather through it. Then to finish it off, I like to take a bit of highlighter. So I'm going to take the Becca Cosmetics, so this is Champagne Pop. And I'm going to take that on a crown brush C510, that looks like so. I'm literally just going to dabble into a little bit of this. And what I like to do is, I like to just pull the brow up and just highlight mainly the arch. Really get that highlight glowing there, and then I'll just switch over the other side and just sort of drag it down to the bottom. So moving on to eyes, I'm going to take the Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Anti-Aging. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the eyelid. I'm just going to blend that out with a crown brush, Duo Fibre blending brush. So like I said, we are going to do a halo eye. So I'm going to take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. And we're going to start by taking these two shades up here. I always take these two shades as transition. I love them. I think they're gorgeous colours. So yeah, let's just dip into those. So I'm going to take that on a crown brush C441. It's a nice fluffy brush. We're just going to run that through the crease. Then to just further blend it out, I'm going to take this crown brush, the Gel Fibre blending brush, and just really smoke it out. Make sure it's really nice and blended. Then just to deepen up the crease, I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to take that on a Spectrum A07, and we're going to put that directly in the crease just to give a little bit more warmth. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to take both these shades because this one's a lot more warmer. This sort of represents this a little bit. So I'm just going to mix them both. Now you can see the palette. So these two here. So that's going directly in the socket. Just blend that out again. Do you know, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have took a different Morphe palette because some of them, like especially like, see the 350 has a lot more warmer browns in it, which would have been perfect if you're really going for a deep brown look. But this has like a few browns in it, and I mean it's good enough obviously if you have it. But I'm not going to switch over palettes now just because I don't want to use two palettes. Like, I think I rarely ever do that. Like if I do something like that, it's usually a like I'll take a palette and then maybe like a little single eyeshadow or something, like, you know, like you get in the tubes and stuff. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and use this shade here just to deepen up the outer corner, but I feel like it's very similar to these and it's not going to be too dark. But I don't want to go into this one just yet because it's not dark, it's too dark, if that makes sense. I really should have thought about this. So yeah, that's more like a reddy colour, isn't it? I don't want anything too red just because we're going for gold. So yeah, I'm going to take this shade here. So this is a Blush Tribe brush. It's just a nice little pointed brush. I'm going to use something similar in a minute. So obviously you don't want to buy the collection for this, which you should. They're beautiful brushes. then obviously you can just buy like a single brush from Crown Brush. Popping that on the outer corner, and then we'll also put it on the inner corner as well. Just gonna blend that out. I do like it quite blown out, just because of my eye shape. Obviously different eye shape, different preferences, but with hooded I feel like it looks more blown. When it's more blown out, it looks less like hooded, if you wish. So I'm just gonna drag it out. With a halo, obviously it can be more round. Obviously depends on your preference, because obviously you can't blow this bit out, whereas you can blow out the outer corner, but I just feel like it looks better that way. Usually I do go really blown out, but I'm trying to keep it as little as blown out as possible. What I'm also going to do, I'm just going to very lightly sort of go around the crease area, just to make sure it's all nice and joined up, just a smidge. Don't want too much colour there, obviously, because then we're taking away from all the crease work that we've done, but just want to sort of join it around just a little bit. So now I'm going to take this smaller brush. Like I said, it's pretty similar to this one, just this one's probably a little bit more smaller, a little bit more precision. I'm going to go in with that darker colour in the palette, which is this nice warm shade bottom here. There we go, now you can see it. So yeah, I'm just going to dip into this shade here. I'm just going to pack that on just a little bit. So we're going to do the same thing to the inner corner. It don't matter if you get it far over, because I'm going to cut the crease. Obviously you could just go ahead and add shadow if you wanted to, but I'm going to cut it just so I can get a nice sharp, crisp, really sparkly sort of bold colour in there. So I feel like that's what really creates the halo eye, just that nice like strip of colour down the middle. Okay, so now I'm just going to now I'm just going to take Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. I'm going to take that on a Spectrum A16, so it's nice flat brush. Just going to take a little bit, and where we have this like little bit of skin still showing, I'm just going to place the product down, look up a little bit, and then I know to cut my crease to here, so I'm just going to go ahead and just sort of fill it in. I think it's okay if it's a little bit messy, because obviously you can go ahead and just clean it up. I like to take my finger and just sort of almost drag it over. Just going to take a nice pencil brush as well and just sort of drag it over. So for this centre colour, I'm going to take the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in Reflect. It's this nice gorgeous shade that looks like this. I'm going to take it on the same brush. Basically I just wiped away the excess, and obviously where we put the concealer down, we're just going to put this product on top. You probably go ahead and add with your finger after, but I just want to get that nice precision in before we go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to take the Crown Brush pencil brush. This was the C431, I forgot to say. Just going to sort of pull it over, and then I'm going to take that darker brown shade that we took and just sort of pull the colour through a little bit here. And then I'm going to take that Crown Brush, the big fluffy one, with nothing on it. I just want to sort of go through and just make sure everything's nice and blended, going through the crease. Okay, so for mascara I just used the Loreal Double Extension Waterproof. And for lashes today, I'm going to take these Tiggy lashes. So these are in the style Natalie, and I feel like these would be perfect just because they've got quite a little bit of sparseness to them. So they're really going to hopefully open up the halo eye. So yeah, I'm going to apply those off camera and then I'll be back. Right, so lashes are on, so we're going to finish the eyes later. For now I want to move on to the face and get that all on. So for primer, I'm going to take the Cover FX Gripping Primer. I wouldn't really say this like it does much, but it doesn't do like what I think you want it to do. Like, so it's not going to really give a lot of it does make you look flawless, but it's not going to like cover pores or anything like that. It's just this really nice sticky base to put the foundation on. But if you're looking for like something that covers pores, then I wouldn't recommend this. I think primer's a bit of a gimmick now. Like, I prefer something like more hydrating, but I do love how this one feels. Just feels nice and sticky. But obviously it's just like an extra step in the routine. Obviously you're better off with like, I like the like serum primers. I think like they're the absolute best, just because there's a lot of hydration. Or if you're obviously if your moisturisers giving you a lot of hydration as well, then you know you wouldn't need anything like that. It's so sticky, look. I love it. So for foundation, I'm going to take the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick. So I do have Porcelain and Light, just because I've got a little bit of self-tanner on that I add, did I say Porcelain and Light? I meant Porcelain and Golden. Golden's just a bit too dark, so I like to mix them. So I'll just take like a few dots of Golden, and then I'll just go ahead and add Porcelain on top. So I'll just sort of stripe Porcelain down a bit, add a little bit more of it. Then I'm going to blend it out with the Clarisonic. Obviously you can use a brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use whatever the hell you want to blend it out with. It's just, this is super fast, super easy. So for concealer, I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape that we used for the eyes. I'm just going to do a little bit, maybe bring it down here. Highlight the nose. It'll be on the chin. And then a little bit on the forehead. Maybe like a little dabble on the nose. And while I just let that sit there for a minute, I'm going to go into the Hourglass. So this is the Lumious Sheer Colour Trio. And I'm going to take the bronzer shade. So I'm going to take that on A Spectrum A03. It's this nice foundation brush. I'm just going to add a bit of bronze to the skin. Just going to blend out my jawline one with the little mini Real Techniques beauty sponge. And I'm just going to go back in with the Clarisonic and blend out this bunch here. Also going to add just a little bit on the nose. So I'm going to take the JD Wadey is it the 182 brush? So this is like their nose contour one. Which you're just going to dabble into it lightly. Say lightly, like an understatement, because we know it's going to come out a hella heavy. Just going to wipe off the excess on the back of my hand. And just blend that in. Now we're just going to blend out the concealer. So I'm going to take the little Real Techniques sponge and just blend that all in. I'm just going to take a bit of the iconic London Prep Set Glow Spray. So this is in Original. I'm going to spray these at quite a distance just because it is pretty glowy. I'm just going to take my little sponge and just dab it in. Now I'm just going to add a bit of the Hourglass Retouching fluid. I'm just going to pop just a little bit on the inner corners and pat that out with my finger. This just adds like a bit of luminosity and doesn't look so cakey on the under eyes. Now to set the under eyes, I'm going to take the Cover FX Perfecting Setting Powder in Translucent Light. Just going to take a bit of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some bronzer. So this is the Becca bronzer, Sunlit bronzer in Capri Coast. So it is like a shimmery bronzer, but it doesn't come off too shimmery. Perfect for like summer. I really, really love this. Just gonna add a little bit, not a lot, because obviously we're quite bronzed from the Hourglass thingy. So I just want to add like a little bit more, also just to sort of more or less set it. And then for highlighter today, I'm going to use the Becca one, but first of all I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Vanish highlighting stick. So this is in Champagne Flash. Then I'm going to go back into the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. I'm going to mainly just keep that on the cheeks, just because I like a sort of the natural nose glow really from the highlighting stick. Now I'm going to take a Spectrum A12 and just pop that on the inner corners of the eye. Then for blush, I'm going to take the Becca blush. So this is Luminous blush. So this is in Tigerlily, which I think so beautiful. Look, so beautiful. I think this is like the perfect summer blush for me. Like I'm like, wherever the sun, I'm like, I want to use the Becca blush. So I'm just going to take that on a Spectrum A05 and just, I'm going to really smile. It's going to look so weird. I really want to get the apples of my cheeks. Without going too heavy handed with it. Beauty blender and just tone that down a bit. Then just to set the rest of my face, I'm going to go back into the Cover FX powder. I'm going to take that on an e.l.f. stippling brush and just really set the face. And just because I am a little bit extra, I am going to take the Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot. So this is in Banana Light. I'm just going to put this on the under eyes using the Crown Brush C530 just to really brighten. So I'm just going to add a little bit. So obviously we don't want dry under eyes. So moving back onto eyes, basically we're just going to repeat what we've done to the bottom. So I'm going to start off using that darker brown shade down here on the same little itty bitty brush. Just keep it quite close to the lash line. So really taking it on the outer and the inner, or leaving the centre blank. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this shade mixed with it, this one, sorry, just because obviously we took the shade. So yet again, keeping it quite close to the lash line. Then I'm just going to take the Hourglass pigment and I'm just going to pop that on the centre. Same little crown brush, but I'm going to like nip it in like this, not so much flat, just so we can really get it in there and get that pigment on. Then just to finish it off, we're going to go back into the two transition shades that we used, this nice fluffy crown brush, and just run that along. Then we're going to finish off with some bottom lash mascara, so the Loreal Double Extension Waterproof. Oh no, wait. We're going to finish it off with there. I am going to take the Nip and Fad Nude Eye Pencil. So this is just really going to open up the eyes. So what I typically do is I just take my beauty sponge, because obviously we don't want to move none of the product with our fingers, and just go ahead and add it to the lower waterline. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So I'm just going to go in. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Sao Paulo. So I'm just going to fill in the lips. And then I'm just going to take the Jouer Lip Topper in Skinny Dip and apply that on top. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. And then this is the completed look. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye! Done.